Ahoy! Welcome to the K-38 way of training. You're looking at a video clip gallery from one of our Marine Corps training courses that was held at Camp Pendleton. What these coxswains are doing is they're working on their fundamentals for their surf passages. This is a skill set that they will use extensively during their training packages. The rescue watercraft for them is a safety vessel, and what they will do is they will work inside the surf zone to effect recovery, do some assistant work with some equipment to be recovered, or to recover Marines during their training evolutions. What's interesting about this type of training is the camaraderie. Marines can't fail these courses because they have to perform this work during the night. So when they're training during the day, getting comfortable with the environment, getting familiar with the craft, and learning how to work with excessive payloads, meaning we're going to overload the boat and the weight capacity to simulate doing a mass casualty evacuation out of the surf zone. These type of recoveries are conducted in pretty quick tempos, meaning they only have a few seconds to make their point of contact and to deliver a Marine to the shore. So they'll be doing some pretty fast circuiting work. The most important thing for them is to be able to be very comfortable working in this dynamic environment where they're going to have a lot of heavy surf. The one thing about working with the night operations is that it's very difficult with depth perception to be able to see a wave actually coming up on your bow, depending upon the type of illumination that you'll get celestial. Usually here there's a marine layer and there's no background lighting, so it's a pretty dark space to be working in. I've been training in the United States Marine Corps. I'm going to call them devil dogs. I love these guys, the reconnaissance groups and the raiders, since 1996. What we do primarily is that we focus on recovery of the craft in case they lose the craft during the training evolutions. The more that we get comfortable with this, the less that it will happen in the real world when they're actually working with the boats. What they're tasking to do is to keep the boat level and steady and stable, not to overpower the boat, to use excessive throttle, but also to get comfortable with the pacing of the water, the distance between the waves, the type of wave energy that they're going to be feeling, and then adding multiple persons on board the boat. They'll be training with a TAD, a towable accessory device, a TAD, a rescue board, and they'll be training without it. Sometimes they will not use a TAD because they might have damaged it. They may have taken a casualty and moved them off the boat, and they'll get their vessel back in service right away. Their boats go through a heavy work pace. They'll put these boats through hundreds of hours in a year's time, whereas most people won't even experience that for several years, or maybe never will they put that many hours on their engine. They have a pretty good fleet in the Marine Corps. They have boat mechs that work on the boats and maintain them, and then they have the coxswains that are the operators. But they do work together to keep these boats running. And like I said, they go through an awful lot. Very proud of the Marine Corps. Very proud and honored to be their trainer. I'd like to thank all you guys. It's been a wonderful ride, and looking forward to the next training class. Thanks.